Action Figure Show. On tonight's show, the Action Figure of the Week, Top 5 Childhood Magazine, Larry's Rant of the Week, Worst Christmas Gifts, Toys that look like a penis, the latest in action figure news, special guest Kevin Kupacheski. All that and more on the Action Figure Show. Now back from a recent tender meeting at a burned down Stuckey's, it's that Junkman.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Action Figure Show. I know you're probably sad. We took off last week for Thanksgiving. Sorry about that. But we're back now with the Action Figure Show to give you some action figure stuff, talk action figures. What else we're gonna do? Of course, action figure news, figure of the week, and more. But as always, let's check in with the co-host, Larry J. Wampa, and see how his weekend, or maybe his whole week, how about his Thanksgiving? Let's see how Larry J. Wampa's Thanksgiving was. Do they even celebrate Thanksgiving on Hulk? Let's find out. Larry, did you do Thanksgiving?
Sure, we have Thanksgiving, but of course we call it Klondike 744-726-3782. But it's a great holiday. We get together in a cave, everyone comes over, they bring whatever food they made, and we all just sit around and talk about the good old days.
Intriguing, Larry. Intriguing. What's that?
Oh, I had a great time. My cousin Leroy came over, and we watched Wizards of Waverly Place. I think we watched every episode 3 times in a row.
You have the best stories, Larry. So let's get right to it. You know, we took a week off. You think we would have a lot of news to catch up on? You'll be wrong, because we don't. There's not much news out there. I guess it's just a slow time of year, but we do have some news right here, and I think you're going to enjoy this one right here. In fact, I know you're going to enjoy it, especially if you're a fan of Iron Man. Check out this Iron Man figure coming out. I guess you can call it a figure. Check it out. Iron Man goes black and white for this new action figure. The company Beast Kingdom has revealed the new Egg Attack Iron Man figure from the Infinity War movie. The figure has a light-up chest, and fans can add new things to his armor as they are released. He also comes with a cool display stand. Cool figure stand. Very cool right there. I enjoyed that. That looks really cool. I'm not really sure what it say. Egg Attack. I'm not really sure what that means. Do you? Egg Attack. I don't know this line, but maybe you do. Or maybe you're just new to it and you like that Iron Man, you're going to pick it up. I've never seen Iron Man in that color, but I've never seen Infinity War. I saw Endgame, and that was enough to tell me I didn't want to see Infinity War. I'll stop right here so you can put your comments. Tell me how stupid I am. Go ahead, tell me how do you not like Marvel movies? Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't forget to dot your I. Now, okay. Larry, what do you think about that Iron Man?
That's a freaking sweet looking Iron Man. I really have to pick that one up. I really enjoyed that one. And that's from the Infinity War movie. Man, that's a really good movie. In fact, you ought to see that one. I think you'll like that one because Iron Man's in it probably 90% of the time. It's really good. Oh, I love it.
Well, Larry's a big fan of the Marvel stuff. I just couldn't really get into it. So, let's go with Figure of the Week. Now, a lot of kids out there love the troll dolls. And a lot of boys growing up wanted to play with troll dolls. But a lot of them felt, that's for girls. I'm not playing with a troll doll. Well, thanks to Maxwell, not the toy company, the figure's called Maxwell. Thanks to Maxwell and others from the toy line, kids or boys could play with trolls while feeling like they were playing with a girl toy. The figure of the week is Maxwell from the 1992 Stone Protectors action figure line. The figure comes with cool spiky hair that makes him look really radical. He also comes with a guitar, a crossbow, and 2 daggers. Now that's pretty cool. I don't remember that line. 92. I was really getting back into action figures then, but I was into I was into Batman the Animated Series, maybe Aliens, maybe that was out then, or 93, somewhere around there. I don't remember this line, but I don't think I was the target audience for this. Again, these were for boys that didn't want to play with troll dolls, but wanted to play with troll dolls. So I bet you Larry had a whole collection of troll dolls. Larry, did you have troll dolls? Did you have troll dolls?
You mean those little dolls that were naked and their hair stuck up and they had like a little diamond in their stomach? I think everybody at least had 1 or 2 of those. I mean, I didn't collect them, but I had a few. I remember I had Billy the Night Stalker, Teddy the Ready Freddy, Karen the Baron, Bobby Dobby Lobby the Third, Jerry Terry, Mayor Stoner, Mr. McBeavy, Amy from the East Side, Camel Toe Curtis, Tossy McSalad, the Roman War Helmet. I had a few of them.
Sad, Larry. Just sad. Well, we got a really special guest coming up later in the show. I can't wait for that. We got Kevin Kupicheski. I hope you all know. It'd be great to catch up, find out whatever happened to Kevin Kupicheski. Maybe he's going to do a sequel to that movie where the UFO comes sees him at summer camp. That'd be really good. But we got Kevin Kupicheski coming up. That's what you call in the business a tease. That's why you don't leave this channel. So you don't cut this video off, because you know you want to see Kevin Kupicheski. Now, I'm not going to tell you when he's coming up, because then you'll just skip ahead. So remember, we got Kevin
Kupicheski was great, but I really like Alexter. He was really my favorite, man. I really looked up to him. I wanted to be just like him when I grew up.
Alexter was your favorite? Kevin Kupicheski was the best on the show. Now, out of the two female hosts, I always preferred Moose. I wasn't a Lisa Ruddy fan. Made a lot of fat jokes at her expense. I don't think that will fly today, especially not on Nickelodeon. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you might be on the wrong channel. Or you didn't watch Canadian sketch comedy on Nickelodeon growing up in the 80s. So let's get on to toy news. Do you like Conan the Barbarian? Who doesn't like Conan the Barbarian? I've never met anyone in this life that didn't like Conan the Barbarian. I even like saying the name, Conan the Barbarian. Anyway, there's a statue. I know this is a figure. I guess it's classified as figure, but there's a statue of Conan. Not Conan O'Brien. Got his name.
Conan the Barbarian.
Right, Larry. Sorry, Larry. How did I forget that? Conan the Barbarian. Check this out. Mezzo Toys is releasing a very cool Conan statue. This thing is 12 inches tall. Comes with 2 heads, a dagger, a battle axe. No, I'm not talking about his ex-wife. A real battle axe. And so much more. This thing even weighs a lot. It weighs 8 pounds. Whew, 8 pounds. I couldn't even take it out of the car and get it up here in the junk room. I'll be so out of breath lifting that thing up. You did what, Larry?
I have to lift up about 8 pounds every time I go to the bathroom.
Larry, here's some interesting news for you. Have you watched Star Wars: A New Hope on Disney Plus? Well, the MPAA, I said that right? The MPAA, you know, they put all the rating on stuff. They have a warning on Star Wars: A New Hope on Disney Plus that says it has tobacco use. And it got me to thinking. I was like, who in Star Wars, at least A New Hope, uses tobacco? But believe it or not, can you believe they put that little rating because of this guy? Remember this guy from Star Wars? He smokes. I don't know how they know tobacco is in that thing. And then in special edition, they add this character smoking also. And when you think about it, there's a lot of smoking in the Star Wars movies.
Wampas don't really smoke in that line.
What's that?
Wampas don't really smoke. I mean, we don't have any tobacco or anything like that, because if we smoke in a cave, it'll start melting everything.
Very good. That's very good to know, Larry. Very good. Not a good place to smoke is on Halt. So if you're a smoker, you need your nicotine, don't go to Halt. What else? We got some more news. Larry, look at this. More news.
I bet we got more news than that Boss Bounty guy on YouTube.
And this was right up your alley. I know you're a big Captain America fan. I know a lot of you out there love Captain America also. So check this out. SH Figure Arts is releasing Captain America based on the Captain America from The Avengers. Comes with a blue jumpsuit, a shield that's pretty dirty, and he will be posed with 2 fingers pointing at anything you like him to point at. Whew. I'm not even a big Captain America fan, but I might have to run out and get that one. Captain America from The Avengers. That is good. I don't even remember him being in that movie, The Avengers. I don't know. I know Ray Fiennes was in it. Whatever happened to that guy? I don't see Ray Fiennes much anymore. And I think Uma Thurman was the other one in the movie. I don't remember Captain America being in that at all. Oh, well. What's the time for now? Let's go.
Man, you're crazy. You don't remember anything. Ray Fiennes played Captain America.
Larry, you are on a ball today. In fact, Larry, I think this one, you'll like this one. It's not really news, but I think you'll like this one right here. Watch. What is WATCH? Well, it stands for World Against Toy Causing Harm. I know. Anyway, they released their annual 10 of the worst toys to get kids because they're dangerous. I looked over this list. I don't know anything on this list except one of them that was pretty high on the list, so I thought I'd bring it up. Guess what's on that list? Larry, you want to guess what a toy that we all probably know that's on this worst toy, most dangerous toy of 2020 is?
Could it be the Anakin Skywalker toy syringe?
No, if that's a toy, it needs to be on the list for sure. But high on the list, the Dark Saber from the Mandalorian line. Yeah, they say it probably can poke in some other kid's eye or have blunt force. I don't know about you, but a toy isn't a toy if you can't use it with blood. Try that again, take two. I don't know about you, but the toy ain't a toy if you can't use brute force with it. I guess I was right. Why is it so hard to talk? I mean, I'm almost 30 years old and I still don't know how to talk. Well, Larry, what's next?
Well, I think it's probably about that time we do that top 5 list we were working on. The first one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that top 5 list. This is going to be a good one for you guys. You're going to love this one. I took me and Larry all week. You know, we were off last week. You think we were all having fun with our family? We were working on this list right here. We've got the top five toys that look like a penis. You heard me right. 5 toys. I guess one's not a toy, I don't think, but 5 toys that look like a penis. And I'm not talking about that toy that your mom has in her closet that also looks like a penis. A big black penis. This is toys for kids that look like penis. And Larry, you're going to help me with this one, right? Larry, you do number 5.
Okay, let's look at the top 5 toys that look like a penis, and number 5 is not even a toy. It's a Dora the Explorer cake pan. That's right, mothers, you and your daughter can now make a Dora the Explorer cake that looks like a penis.
Dad's gonna love eating that Dora cake. He can come out of the closet and eat that cake. Okay, here's number 4. These gummy candies were made for kids because kids love to eat candy that looks like a lighthouse. But turn to lighthouse, and what do you get? The lighthouse becomes candy penises. That's right, you can eat candy that looks like a lighthouse or a penis. Whatever one you prefer to put in your mouth, it's up to you. You can put a lighthouse in your mouth or a penis. Larry, give us number 3.
Okay, number 3 toy that looks like a penis. Man, this one's from Dora the Explorer again? What a pervert. This is an Aqua Pet. It's some kind of little toy water game, I guess. And it uses 3 AAA batteries for more penis fun.
That Dora the Explorer is a pervert. I think I know what she's been exploring. Pornhub. Okay, number 2. Now, this one doesn't really look like a penis to me, but just don't look right for a kid toy. You know what I'm saying, right? Just don't look right. Number 1, it looks like a penis. This toy right here from Play-Doh. I know what you're saying. It's a Play-Doh set. How can that be bad? What's the name of it? The Sweet Shop Cake Mountain. How could that look bad? Well, look at one of the instruments to make the icing. The Play-Doh icing. Here it is. There's no way that they did not see this when they made this. Someone up there at the Play-Doh factory, they knew what they were doing. You can't tell me this went through a board meeting. This went through concept art. This went through, I don't know what it went through. It went through a lot of stuff, and no one noticed this. No one noticed that this looked like a penis. Come on, Play-Doh. You just hoping we wouldn't notice it looked like a penis. But we did. You're not going to get past me. If you release something that looks like a penis, I'm going to know about it. Where are we at? Oh, we're going to take a break right now. Yep, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these important messages.
Friday, it's a knockout night of competition. Fight card number 1 is the main event, featuring Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. On fight card number 2, Crockett and Tubbs are in tag team competition with a mean herd of Holsteins. And on fight card number 3, Robert Stack wrestles with the incredible Unsolved Mysteries. The main event, Miami Vice and Unsolved Mysteries, the champions of Friday night.
You all set to go, Twiggy? Geronimo. It's Buck Rogers. He's out of this world.
Put on your cars, your backgammon boards. Lucky Buck is back.
The one and only genuine American space hero, loved for generations. He's Buck Rogers.
What a guy.
Journey to the Stars with Buck Rogers. Sunday at 5 on Channel 9.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's the Action Figure Show, where we give you the latest in action figure news, just talk action figures, cut up with a talking wampa, and I have a lot more fun. And Larry, do you watch the show Pawn Stars?
Well, honestly, I do watch it sometime, but I think everybody watches it. Everybody gets curious or bored. You're sitting around at home on a Saturday, you got the cave to yourself, and you just figure you watch a little bit, kill a little time. Doesn't hurt anything.
Pawn. P-O-W-N. Pawn Stars.
Oh, Pawn Stars. I thought you was asking if I watch Family Affair. Yeah, sure I watch Pawn Stars.
Yeah, I like to check it out. I like it. I like it better when they don't do that. Man, I don't care what Chumley and all that's up to. I like when somebody brings something in, they give us a little history on it. Or when that girl that reviews the books, that's a cutie right there. Not reviews the books, tells what it's worth. Anyway, I'm not a fan of the whole drama they have tried to squeeze into the show. Is Chumley getting fired this week? Is Chumley still on meth? I like the history of the show when they talk about an item. And it's always fun when they bring in some Star Wars items or toy-related items. And on this latest episode, someone brought in a rare WWF wrestling action figure. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know anything about this figure, and I had a rule on this show that we wouldn't talk about wrestling action figures, but had to talk about this one. This rare Kamala action figure, the seller wanted $7,500 for this on-card Kamala action figure. This figure with the moon shape on his stomach was only a test card sample and never shipped to stores. It's one of the rarest WWF figures there is, at least according to the expert that was on the show. Again, I never heard of this. $7,500. You think he got that? Did Chumley pay that much for it? Nope. No, he didn't. The expert from Toy Shack? No, Rogue Toys. That's what it is. Sorry, Rogue Toys. The toy I'm not looking at it right now. Don't give me a break here. The expert came in and guess what? Yep. It was a fake.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but unfortunately it's one of those things that you have a fake and it's actually not the real figure. Now this is common to find.
Oh well, maybe you can go on Facebook and sell it because apparently there they'll tell you repos are cool, that's okay, who cares? Not everyone can afford the toys. Does that mean we shouldn't have them because we can't afford them? I had a better joke here, be honest with you. Well, I was going to do this little rant, but it was about someone else, and this guy covers his toy room in eggshells. And I deleted the joke because I've joked before, and he can't take jokes. He takes everything personal, gets all upset. And I just didn't want to deal with any drama. It's just a joke. Life is just a joke. So I didn't really have a good joke at the end of this, like I was hoping. Up here I got it. I mean, I'll share it on Patreon. But it's tough to make jokes when you have to walk on eggshells. What about you, Larry? You got any eggshells at your Wampa cave?
No eggshells in our caves. Well, we do have a lot of stalactites.
Well, that's good to know. Now, Larry, you said you got a rant. We haven't done a Larry rant in a while, and Larry's got a rant he wants to do for us. He actually came, pulled me to the side, and said, hey, let me rant to you about this, because it happened today with him at the 7-Eleven, and it really upset him. He's been talking about it all day. So, Larry, give us the Larry Wampa Rant of the Week.
I hate when this happens, and I just had to rant about it, because when it happens, my dingleberries start to itch. I hate it so much. Anyway, I was at the 7-Eleven. Thought I would go inside and get me some gator gum or something, and I saw a magazine and some candy, and I put it up on the counter and I paid for it, and the guy said it was $6 and something, so I gave him a 10, and he gave me back the change. But get this, he put the bills in my hand and then the coins on top of the bills. Why did they do that? If you are a cashier out there, please never do this. You know how I got one hand, I got the bag, I got the items I just bought in one hand, and then in my other hand, I got $3 or $4 bills with coins all over on top of them, so I can't just easily fold it up and put it in my pocket. I know you're thinking, hey Larry, you don't wear clothes, you don't have pockets, but you might not know this, but all wampas have pockets, kind of like a kangaroo. But anyway, you put all the change on top of your bills, it's just, you have to put the bag down, and then you have to slide the change over to the other hand, put the change in the pocket, then fold the money, put that in your pocket, pick up the bag. Please, if you work retail, never, ever put change on top of the bills. Please, never do it. And this has been a Larry J. Wampa rant.
Ooh, you know, Larry, that used to bother me a lot too, but I don't carry cash anymore. So let's get back to action figure news now. This is something I thought I'd never see. Death Metal Batman. You heard me right. Death Metal Batman. Take a look. McFarlane Toys are releasing Death Metal Batman. Based on the Batman from the comic Dark Knight's Death Metal, comes Batman with his cool bass guitar. Whoever thought we'd get a Batman action figure that looks like he's from a death metal band from the 70s. Whew, that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Now me and Larry's going to talk about the worst Christmas gift we ever got. Because Christmas is coming up in a couple of weeks, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about some of the worst gifts we ever got as a kid. But guess what? It's time for another ad break already. Can you believe it? It is. So we'll be right back to tell you the worst presents we got as a kid.
Thursday, Magnum helps a friend find a lost love who's thought to be the ghost of a girl long dead. Then, the 6th annual Circus of the Stars, with ringmasters Linda Evans, Elliot Gould, Bob Newhart, and Brooke Shields. 2 dazzling hours of thrills. It all happens Thursday.
A hair-raising owl. When he tries to catch a thief, freeze! But when the police surround the house, it could mean curtains for Al. Mommy! Then Toby Kellogg's been away from his family.
While I was gone, they moved.
He's being chased by the cops and hunted by the mob. And he's got to find his family before a killer does.
Where's my family?
Jason Bateman is a moving target Monday after Alf.
Welcome back, guys, to the Action Figure Show. It's time to get to it. Now, I teased that we're going to talk about the worst presents we ever got as a kid. And I'm sure we all got some. Larry, you got some bad gifts growing up, didn't you?
Oh yeah, bad ain't the word for it. Downright disgusting.
Yeah, sadly, we always got that one grandma that buy, you tell you want Hot Wheel cars, and she buys you those metal cars that have no bottom to them, and plastic wheels. Remember those? Or an aunt that's going to get you some kind of ugly sweater, and my aunt got me this. A fake leather jacket. It was more like vinyl jacket with zippers all over it. Gray, zippers all over it. And at the top of it right here, it has speakers that hook to your Walkman. I was about 14, probably 15 at the time. What was I going to do? How would I look like walking around with this thing? One, I was really into Randy Travis at this time. Can you imagine me, 15 years old, walking around with a vinyl jacket, zippers all over it, looking like a fake Michael Jackson wannabe, jamming on Digging Up Bones. Shows my aunt really didn't know me, that's for sure. I never wore this thing, not out of the house, but yeah, it has speakers on it. Hated that jacket. Hated it. Hated that jacket, but I'm sure I'm not the only one who got some bad gifts at Christmas. Larry, what's the worst present you got for Christmas?
Probably the worst thing I got was tickets to go see the Doobie Brothers. Now don't get me wrong, I love the Doobie Brothers. But get this, I could only go see them if I agreed to hide this big, huge tape recorder from the 70s under my trench coat. We're talking about the Doobie Brothers here. How can I sit there during a Doobie Brothers concert and not get up and want to dance? So, halfway into the first song, I couldn't take it anymore. I got up, started to dance. And that big tape recorder fell right out of my trench coat. Worst gift I ever got. But hey, at the end of the day, I got to meet the Doobie Brothers in person backstage. And they explained to me that bootlegging a concert was not cool. And they explained not only does it hurt the artist, but the fans also. Worst gift I ever got.
You know, don't you? I don't have to say it. You know. So let's step away from action figures right now and let's talk about magazines. Remember growing up reading magazines? You know, we grew up before the internet. So a magazine coming to your house or going to the store buying a magazine. You look at that thing for hours. It was cool. So I thought we'd do top 5 best childhood magazines. These are the ones we loved as a child, loved to read, couldn't wait to get them. Maybe you had a description of them, or maybe you just got them from the local drugstore. Who knows? Who cares? We loved them. The top 5 magazines. I got them right here. Top 5 magazines. Number 5. This one hit me a little later in life. I think it was released in the late 80s, 88 to be exact, I think. Nintendo Power. Now, I had a lot of gaming magazines. I had a gas station probably about 30 minutes. Took me about 30 minutes to walk there. Go there, get me a Yoo-Hoo or something. I always get a game magazine. They didn't sell Nintendo Power, so I almost put Game Monthly on here, but Nintendo Power was the one to have. I didn't have a subscription, but my friend Boyd across the street had one, so after he looked at it, I would look at it. And that's where you learned your skills. And it's like I said, it's before message boards, and before the internet, before Twitter. And you get a Nintendo Power, your friends at school don't have one. You come to school, you look like a genius. You do. You know, you're riding the bus to school and you say, hey, Amy, guess what I learned how to do? I learned how to get the warp whistle on Mario. And she'll say, why are you talking to me? Where's John Gorman? Why are you still sitting next to me? But inside she was saying, warp whistle on Mario, please tell me how to get there. I'm pretty sure right there. Number 4. Dynamite. That's right. Good Times catchphrase, JJ's catchphrase, turned into a magazine. I don't know which one came first. I don't really care, but this was very cool because I always had something movie related, a TV, pop culture related. Always had a pretty cool cover. Now I was really little when we used to get these. This is probably late 70s when I remember reading them, but I remember seeing the cover whenever I went to the dentist office. So I have some bad memories also, but every time at the dentist office, they always had Highlight and Dynamite magazine. Love Dynamite magazine. Where are we at now? Number 3. We like Marvel Comics, but what about the Marvel magazine? Pizzazz. I guess that's how you say it. Pizzazz. Got so many Z's in it. Sorry, it's hard to say. Pizzazz. Larry, did they have Pizzazz up there in Hall?
No, I don't think we had that. You know, we didn't get much magazines up there, kind of a remote place. But we did have a magazine, came out monthly called Fur. It was a really good magazine. It had all the latest of the Wampa community, what was going on, Wampa celebrities and everything. And every month they would do a centerfold spread of this Wampa senator. So each month you got a different senator or another Wampa from the House of Representatives as the centerfold. You could take it out, hang it on your wall, try to collect them all. I mean, there's 137,000 of them, so it was hard to get the whole set. But it was a pretty cool magazine to have.
That sounds like a good magazine, Larry. I might have to dig around and check that in the archives. That sounds like a really good one. But Pizzazz, it was made by Marvel, but there was a lot more to it than just Marvel. I mean, it had a lot of stuff in it. And it was like Diamond Magazine. You know, a lot of TV and movie stuff in it, and always very cool covers. Now, my dentist office didn't carry this one, but my school had it in the library. But it was always like 4 months old before they had it. And number 2, this one's not coming to a surprise to anyone. Mad Magazine. Mad Magazine. I love Mad Magazine. And then sometime in the late 90s, early 2000s, they went to color. Had ads inside. But growing up, Mad Magazine, it was always great. I mean, I don't know how they came up with this. Like Empire Strikes Back, they changed it to Empire Strikes Out. That had to take them 3 seconds to come up with. I always loved the lighter side of. Remember that? The lighter side of? I was a big fan of Spy versus Spy. Huge fan of the back that folded in. You could fold it and make pictures. I used to try to make my own. Never worked out the same. And one thing I never hear anyone talk about, a couple issues on like the front page, once you open it up, inside they had this "Why Kill Yourself?" And it's always like a little cartoon of someone trying to commit suicide. I know you shouldn't laugh at someone trying to commit suicide, but some pretty funny stuff, and I really loved that. I remember I had a Mad Magazine book that was like snappy answers to stupid questions, and you filled in, you would have like 3, and then you could fill in your own. Man, I love that. I wish I could find that book now. Wouldn't that be great to read in a video? Me reading the stupid comments I put on it. But number 1, I think you know what number 1 is. This was my internet in the 80s. This was my nerd out culture magazine to have. Starlog. You had to have Starlog. Anyone in the movies, science fiction, anything like that, you had to read Starlog. You just had to. While John Gordman was over there reading Sports Illustrated for kids, I was on the back of the bus reading me some Starlog. How you like that log right there? Well, that's a look at 5 magazines I loved growing up. Larry, anything you want to add to this topic?
Nope, nothing at all. I have nothing else to add. I think you summed it up just well.
I got you. Well, coming up in just a second, Kevin Kupacheski. That's right, get your questions ready, because Kevin Kupacheski is going to be taking questions live on the show. But sadly, it's time for Alien Todd with the inappropriate joke of the week. Now, he bought time, a year's worth of ad space on these videos, so don't blame me when he says something rude or crazy or inappropriate. He's just a struggling comedian, and with all the comedy clubs closed now because of the virus, he bought time to do stand-up here. He is working on a Netflix special. That's right. He hopes to have it up next year. We'll see how that goes. But here now is Alien Todd with the inappropriate joke of the week.
What kind of wood doesn't float? Natalie wood.
Again, don't complain to me. He paid for this spot. Nothing I can do about it. What do you think about that joke, Larry?
It gives a whole new meaning to the word inappropriate.
I understand. Well, believe it or not, we're out of news. We're on a top 5 list. We're out of everything. That's it. Kind of a short show today, I think. Guess that's it. Larry, how was this show?
Well, probably not the best show. We didn't have a lot of news, but hey, even when we're at our worst, we're better than someone just making up news with a dartboard in the background.
That's true, Larry. That's true. Well, anything else you want to talk about, or are we done for the day?
No, I don't really got much more to add. I think we've said all that we can say. In fact, I gotta get down and get my grandma. I gotta take her over to the Women's Auxiliary Club meeting. And I'm running kind of late for that.
Get out of here. You don't say. That's intriguing right there. Well, I guess that's about does it. Larry, tell us how to find us on social media.
Well, that's pretty easy. On Instagram, it's the Action Figure Show. Very simple, easy to find. On Twitter, it's a little bit more complicated. It's Action Fig Show. Action Fig Show. No, it doesn't mean we talk about Fig Newtons over there. It's just we couldn't fit Action Figure Show into the characters.
And that's how you find us on social media. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Action Figure Show. And
hey, Junkman.
What's that?
We got Kevin Kupacheski in the back, remember?
I forgot we had Kevin Kupacheski in the back room. Shit. We got enough time?
It's too late to bring him out now. I've already told people how to follow us on social media. And that's always at the end of the show. So I can't squeeze it in now. It just wouldn't flow right.
Just give him the gift basket, but tell him you mailed it to Canada. Then he'll go get it, and he'll be gone. I mean, he's Canadian, for God's sakes. You know, he probably thinks he did the show already. Just tell him to get back in his locker. Sorry, if you were looking for Kevin Kupacheski. We just can't go back now. We passed that. Well, say goodnight, Larry.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Had a really good time. Can't wait to come back again and do this next week.
Thank you, Larry, for not doing that old tiresome joke. Anyway, that's it for the Action Figure Show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share it with other fans that you know are into action figures or just into someone making a fool of themselves on the internet. Until next Friday, keep your dingleberry hanging. Good night. Whew.